I'm Jim Kennedy with the Portland Japanese American Citizens League. I would like to start by acknowledging the amount of thought and effort that the city and the Portland Police Bureau have demonstrated to craft and implement the resolution to work with the JTTF. The efforts put in place to ensure PPB resources are not used in violation of state law against spying without criminal suspicion are laudable. And for example, the Chief's report mentions training and access by and to the city attorney for Portland police officers to understand the Oregon laws and civil liberties. This is good practice, and we acknowledge that. We also understand that the city feels some obligation to participate in the JTTF to protect our city against threats of terrorism. However, we are dubious of the effectiveness of having PPB resources work on FBI directives because of the secretive nature of FBI investigations are an affront to the open and citizen-focused government for which Portland is noted and for which we are proud. While the city's report may meet the requirements stipulated in the JTTF resolution, it falls very short of proper disclosure regarding how and to what degree Portland Police Bureau resources were used in JTTF investigations. The absence of disclosure makes it impossible for Portland residents to determine if the Portland Police Bureau resources were involved in effective activities or, more concerning, involved in activities that compromise the civil rights, protecting Oregonians from having information gathered on them without proper criminal suspicion. In this regard, the Chief's report offers little comfort to Portland JACL. Section 1 of the report states that the Portland Police Bureau have implemented policies, procedures, and oversight mechanisms that enable us to effectively investigate terrorist threats, protect civil rights and civil liberties, and promote an open and inclusive community. Unfortunately, we feel any endeavor with the FBI defies openness, and however rigorous the mechanisms may be, the fact is they are wrapped in secrecy due to the nature of working with the FBI. Throughout its existence, the FBI has demonstrated that their priorities of enforcement to protect the American people override the civil rights of the very citizens that they strive to protect. Simply stated, the FBI's priorities do not align with the goal of promoting an open and inclusive community. This remains as true today as in 1942, when Japanese Americans were targets of the FBI enforcement's actions. In 2011, during the debate regarding the resolution to work with the JTTF, Portland JACL was criticized for bringing up the violations of civil rights imposed upon Japanese Americans by the FBI during World War II. World War II was deemed too far in the past to be relevant to the current situation with terrorism. However, in our community, we can still listen to firsthand accounts of those times when the FBI disregarded the civil rights of our forefathers in pursuit of their enforcement objectives. So it is still a very real issue to us. During World War II, it was easy to target Japanese Americans because we looked similar to and possibly had sympathies with our enemy. In 1988, the United States Congress and the President apologized for the grave injustice of citizens and resident aliens of Japanese ancestry for actions that were carried out without adequate security reasons and without any acts of espionage or sabotage, and were motivated largely by racial prejudice, wartime hysteria, and the failure of political leadership. 70 years after Pearl Harbor and 11 years after 9/11, we fear the FBI continues to prioritize their enforcement goals over civil rights of our citizens, particularly of Arab and Muslim Americans, in an unending war against terrorism. Arab and Muslim Americans today distrust the FBI, and the JTTF resolution extends distrust to the Portland Police Bureau. The resolution to work with the JTTF, however carefully crafted, places in question the city's priorities to protect the civil rights of its residents, and unfortunately, the Chief's report, veiled in secrecy, only adds to the suspicion that the Portland Police Bureau are involved in unwarranted searches and investigations. Certainly, the report offers the citizens of Portland no ability to weigh the effectiveness of the JTTF program, and so we are dependent upon the oversight of the City Council, and specifically the mayor as commissioner in charge, to judge the effectiveness and weigh it against the trust and comfort of its American and Muslim residents. We call upon you to not let any citizens of Portland have their civil rights compromised by city employees or become disenfranchised from the city or the Portland Police Bureau by imposing this air of secrecy around a city-sanctioned program. Portland JACL requests the City Council to put an end to the resolution, to work with the JTTF, and bring openness and inclusiveness back to the top of Portland's priorities. Thank you.
Thank you.